And welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading with your host, Peeling Mindset. So today we are here in another brand new day in this week. So we are looking to see if we can catch any trades. So we are going to dive into our charts in the next 1 or 2 minutes. Until then, checking the system, trying to see if everything is up and running. Ricardo here says hello. Hello, Ricardo. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, Mr. Ricardo. All right, so just give me a second. And all right, so everything is running. So trying to open up my terminal at the same time. Let's see if I can get my terminal ready. Dun, dun, dun. And all right, so let's break down the chart in gold at the same time. Gold at the same time. Ooh, just give me a second. My terminal's been a little bit funny recently, but I mean, it is what it is. I gotta adjust at the same time. You know, I cannot be complaining every day. I gotta adjust. So, we are around the 1800s in gold. That is interesting, actually. That is interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually break down GJ's chart, and that way we can move on to gold and any other pairs. So looking at the GJ right now from a daily sort of a perspective, look at this. Yesterday prices in pound yen was pretty rangy. It was rangy for some time, to be honest. And today's daily candle has all of a sudden grabbed liquidity from the top and is rejecting the top at this point in time. If I have to make these make these charts naked, we can easily see that, you know what, today's daily candle grabbed liquidity from the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove everything from here. So let's remove everything and start fresh, right? So look at this. If this was a daily support, recent daily support, also one of the lower parts of the range on a daily time frame, price is below that support at this point in time, has rejected the top pretty heavy, and price is bearish below the support level. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening on a 4-hour sort of a time frame. 4-hour time frame, previous 4-hour candle closed bearish. I'm close in the range. If I have to draw a range from here, let's say if this was a range, so if this was the top of the range, from here to here, price was rangy. Previous 4-hour candle closed right inside the range. Right now, this 4-hour candle very close to this 4-hour support. So this can be an obvious 4-hour support, right? So very easy to spot. Price is very close to that level. And if this 4-hour candle is finally closing bearish below this gray area, there is a higher chance prices can actually feel the wick on the downside and actually can move down with volume. So if there's any sort of volume coming in, that'll be lovely to see. It'll be actually interesting to see if the prices could actually push all the way down. So let's see what's going to happen. And what we're going to do is, in the meantime, we'll try and go into our time frame and see if there's any important level from the. Actually, hold on. This gray area from the traffic from the further left hand side on a 4-hour time frame, you can easily see that, you know what, this 153.310 sort of a level is actually a important level from the past or from the left hand side. Actually, I'm going to call this level, 153.310 is just as fine. So 153.310 has been an interesting level where the prices has been engaging several times. So I'm going to keep that in mind. So look at this. Even the most recent price action, price has engaged with that 153.310 several times, rejected off of it. So I will need the candles to actually close below that level with a confident posture to show me a bearish sort of a bias. So now let's go to the 2-hour time frame and see what's happening, right? So look at this. Look at this previous 2-hour candle actually closed bearish, heavy bearish. So engulfed all of the movement that happened from today's Asian market. So Asian market prices started pushing up, and London session we pushed up, and in the midway London or the peak London session we started dropping down pretty heavy. So pound yen dropping down pretty heavy from the London session. So that is interesting, as we found out this gray area, and 153.310 is a key level. So if the price is finally rejecting off of this level, and if it's just ranging, have to see prices making some sort of support for a buying sort of a scenario, right? Why am I saying buys could even make sense? Because if you look into the recent price action, look at this. Price has been rejecting the bottom, and moving higher and higher. Every rejection is higher and higher. And if prices have to move up, it only needs to make some sort of support at the time of volume. So what time is it right now? Obviously, this is pre-New York, one of the highest volume times. If volume is actually going to push prices in pound yen up or down, we have to see some sort of reaction with this 153.310 level. Easy to say that, isn't it? And looks like today's New York session is quite clean. We have this ISM sort of a news 30 minutes after the NYSE, but other than that, it kind of looks clean. And the current 2-hour candle is going to close in the next 20 minutes. If this 2-hour candle could finally close below this 153.310 level, maybe we can see prices pushing candles all the way down. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame and see what's up with the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame from the London session has been making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Individual candles making lower low, lower high, which is a very good sign for the candles to push down. Now, if the bias of the market is sell, we have to see candles respecting the highs and breaking the lows, right? So that's one of the simplest simplest price action we've been observing over time. Now, for prices to push down on an hourly sort of a time frame, well, this hourly candle will have to close bearish. If it closes ideally below 153.310, that is a good sign. But in a smaller time frame, especially in a 30-minute, I would love to see a resistance. So this seems as if a recent resistance that has formed over here. So maybe prices are pushing down. After all, prices may be pushing down. So let's see how the prices are going to close. Obviously, previous 30-minute candle closed with no wick on the bottom. So what does that tell us? Maybe candles closing with no wick on the bottom could tell us that, you know what, maybe there isn't enough range on the downside for the price to fill. Maybe that could be the case as well. So if this current 30-minute candle rejects this current level, and starts pushing up and starts closing above gray area, maybe we can start building buys for buys. But until then, I'm going to wait for a proper resistance to form, and that way I'll be more confident to take a sell than anything else. Because clearly the market is rejecting the top pretty hard, isn't it? So have to wait. Definitely have to wait. Let's look at the weekly view and see what's happening from a weekly view. Ooh, look at this. From a weekly point of view, this current weekly candle has actually made a decent wick on the top. So if the weekly candle is trying to push down, trying to fill the wick on the downside, it kind of makes sense, isn't it? From a weekly sort of a view. If the price is resisting the top and respecting the highs and trying to go down, it kind of makes sense. So let's stick to 1 hour and 30 minutes and see what's happening. That way we can easily execute, right? So if you look into the 30-minute time frame, it's quite simple. That price actually broke the most recent support. If this was one of the recent support, it broke it. Obviously, this is the middle of a range. Price was ranging for some time, but look at this. This was a recent support. Price easily broke it. This was another recent support. Price easily broke it. And another recent support. Price easily broke it. So we have to see at least one of the retests, right? So this wick on the top of this current 1 hour candle looks like a potential retest around this broken support. But is that enough? Is that enough retest, or is that a decent retest for the price to further continue down, or what's happening? So we have to wait and see, because in the next few minutes, maybe we're going to experience some of the pre-New York volume, and that's going to help us. So if the volume is there, obviously there's going to be some trades here and there. But until we see some sort of volume, it's just a nice idea to kind of plan out your trade and just relax. You know, you don't need to force a trade, or you don't need to feel left out. So don't worry. Definitely don't worry. Okay, so the current 4-hour candle is bearish. We are almost halfway through this 4-hour candle. So it's actually interesting. Actually interesting. Let's see what's going to happen. It's kind of interesting for me. It's kind of interesting. Let's come to the 1-hour time frame. Alrighty, so 1-hour time frame, yep, has 15 more minutes left for its close. 30-minute time frame. Oh, Nick says, "Hi Anuj, you're doing New York now." Nick, we've been doing New York for almost about 2 months now. Yeah, we actually shifted the stream from London. Now Raja is doing the London, so we're doing New York. We are doing New York now. My mate Nick, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you. Been a long time. Oh, now look at this. So the current 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 20 seconds. And it looks like it's actually rejecting off this 153.310 sort of a level. So we will see how the prices are going to close. Now, from a 15-minute sort of a perspective, look at this. Look at the way. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So Jackie M says, "Good morning all." So good morning, Jackie. And oh yeah, Nick says it's good we have Raja. That's correct. So watch this. So this is the most recent 15-minute resistance that the price formed, and it's below the gray area, right? Now, if any of the candle starts closing above this gray area, maybe there could be some of the bullish sign. But for now, price is heading down bearish pretty hard. So let's see if I can actually capitalize off of these sells here. Let's see. So if prices starts closing below 153.310 sort of a level, I mean, we do have clear range on the left-hand side. The range on the downside from 153.310 is in about 12 pips, in about 14 pips of range. So it's a tight range. But if prices are going to push down with volume, I mean, it could work. Now this is a new speech I've been telling in every stream nowadays. So again, this channel is not a financial advisory channel. This is an educational channel where we discuss ideas and we have some good time with our friends from our Slack community. So make sure before investing or looking into any sort of instruments out there, financial instruments, take help from a professional financial advisor. And this is only for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. So make sure you know what you're doing before you put your money into any sort of instrument, So, all right, here, Brian says, when you have a minute, is it better to set risk by lot size or percentage of your account? It kind of depends, So, all right, he's saying, is it better to set a risk by lot size or percentage of your account? So you only determine your lot size as a beginner trader. You only determine your lot size after you find out exactly how much you're willing to risk. So here's the thing, right? Before finding a lot size, you have to know exactly how much amount of money you're willing to lose and exactly how much is your stop loss. For example, you're trying to enter in a market, you have to know about your stop loss and you have to know exactly how much of amount you're willing to lose. Then only you determine your lot size for beginner traders. For advanced traders out there, obviously they have their own methods. For example, me, I also look at percentage of my account, but at the same time, I have a certain amount of money I'm willing to lose, and I don't care if that's a certain amount of percentage of my account or not, because I am a good I'm a good risk manager. So I'm actually good at risk management. So I don't really look at that. But for beginner traders, it's actually a good idea if you start with percentage sort of idea, and you got to figure out the lot size later. You don't figure out a lot size at the front and risk more at the end. It doesn't work like that. So you kind of have to know exactly how much you're willing to lose. For now, look at this. So the current 15-minute candle is actually bearish. On the break of the previous 15-minute candle's low, looks like it can actually push even lower. It looks like it can actually push even lower. So I'm not in any sort of position yet. I'm going to wait for this 30-minute candle to close. And if this 30-minute candle closes bearish, eventually, and below 153.310, obviously there is a support on the left-hand side, which is something to look out for. But I want to see I primarily want to see price closing below 153.310. That could actually give me signs for selling sort of a situation. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. On a 2-hour time frame, it's way clear. On the 2-hour time frame, it's way consistent. Look at the way there is traffic on the left-hand side. If the price has to fill this clear range, on a 2-hour time frame, it looks way clear. But on the smaller time frame in hourly, let's say hourly, have to be a little bit careful because there's an hourly support. So on a 30-minute, while taking a sell, have to be a little bit careful. But we will see. We'll obviously see. Let's see. So previous 30-minute candle closed bearish with no wick on the bottom, as we talked about previously. Let's see how this current 30-minute candle closes, and that'll be lovely. So Nigel Zihando on YouTube says, let's make the brokers suffer. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know how you can make the brokers suffer. They make a lot of money. I don't know how you can make them suffer. So if you're getting into the market with the hope that you can actually hurt somebody, I don't know, man. That's not the right mindset. You're here to not hurt anybody. You're just here to grow yourself. You're just here to experience the market, learn something every day, and sort of grow your mindset in terms of experience, in terms of your trade, in terms of you can gather any sort of knowledge, any sort of skill from any sort of experience. So don't look at your appearance in the market as if you could hurt somebody. You can never hurt somebody. Trust me. If you're thinking about hurting the market, I don't think that's the right mindset, because the market cannot be hurt. Trust me. That's just in psychological. I wouldn't say error, but that is a psychological barrier you may have. So you kind of have to leave that aside. When you show up in front of the market, you have to be grateful whatever market gives you. If you have an ego, and if you want to play with the market with the ego sort of a tactics, I don't think it's going to work. So let's see. So Nigel Zihando has sent a chart. So let's see what he has sent. He's looking at gold, and he's looking after buy after closer of a resistance. 15-minute, no trade. Oh, okay. We haven't looked at gold, so we're going to look at gold at the same time. It's quite interesting how this 30-minute candle is panning out at this point in time. There's no wick on the previous 15-minute candle's low, 30-minute candle's low. So if the candles could potentially close above this gray area, we may even have some bullish push. So that could be the case too. So let's see what's happening in the gold's chart. All right, so gold, let's go into 4-hour time frame and see what's happening. Ooh, 4-hour time frame. Man, this looks nice. This actually looks nice, to be honest. 4-hour time frame, wow. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. Look at the way how the 4-hour candle is pushing up. Wow. So yesterday's market, it was just rangy. And today, from around Asian session, the prices of gold started rallying up pretty hard. Rallying pretty hard. So Asian session price pushed up. London session price pushed up. So clean, so nice in this clear range on the left hand side. We are closer to this rejection point, to the previously rejected point. So if this is going to act as a clear target or clear range, maybe that's a good idea for buy. But let's see how the price is going to react around this area. Current 4-hour candle still bullish. And let's look at 2-hour time frame and see what's happening. On a 2-hour time frame, previous 2-hour candle close bullish. Current 2-hour candle still bullish. It has 7 more minutes left for its close. So let's see what's going to happen in the next 7 more minutes, right? So let's go into 1-hour time frame and see what's happening. All right, hourly time frame looks like this is the most recent support in gold. Most recent support in gold. And if prices are willing to push up, it has to kind of respect that. Ideally, if it respects that, I mean, we can push up, definitely push up. On the left-hand side, the target is pretty clear. So if from the current position, price has to move up, it's in about 27 pips of range. So let's see what's going to happen. At this point in time, hourly candle seems as if it's ranging side by side. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame and see what's happening. The 30-minute time frame also seems as if it's ranging side by side. So if this has to be the top of the range, the current ranging price action, right here. If that is the top of the range where the price is ranging for now, from here to there, so the range is in about 20 pips of range. So gold is ranging in that 20 pips range. So let's go to the 15-minute time frame and see what's happening in 15 minutes. Or 15-minute clearly ranging side by side. So interesting how prices pushed up around London session, isn't it? So the London market pushed the price all the way up. It's actually interesting. Actually interesting. All right, Jackie M says, Nigel G. Handel, brokers made. That's correct. After bank holiday, market tend to have a lot of volume. That's correct. UJ Beta, Mashiko Kimura says, UJ better keep moving down. We'll have a look at UJ as well. Actually, you know what? You got to send a chart, man. If you're just coming to the stream to say, you know, something is going up, something is going down, it's not going to help you. Trust me. I've been to that stage. I've been through that. So if you really want to help yourself, you got to send charts here, man. We are happy to look at your charts. If you send your charts and your ideas plotted in your chart, we're going to have a look at it. And if you don't know how to send a chart, just go into the description and read what the channel is all about and how you can send a chart. If you're going to send your chart, it's going to help you help yourself learn something. We will definitely put some critique in it. So, and also prices in gold seems as if it's actually moving up in channel. So let me draw my magical channel here. Dun, dun, dun. My magical channel is right here. If this is my magical channel, price is kind of moving, engaging with the channel several times. So if this is the roughly drawn channel, we will see how the prices in gold is actually going to react, right? So that channel is drawn in reference to 1 minute. So we will see. We will see. Magical channel on the go. And it looks like pound yen is pushing down here. Mr. Pound yen is pushing down. Current 15-minute candle bearish. It's about to break the previous 15-minute candle's low and is very close to 153.310 sort of a level. Wow. Looks like it can actually push down here. It can actually, ooh, it's pushing down. Yep, it's pushing down. I mean, I'm not in any sort of position. If somebody is in any sort of position, just good for you. But pound yen has been really bearish ever since a London session. It's moving down pretty hard. Was there some sort of news? So there was a news about construction PMI and the housing equity withdrawal. Oh, okay. Interesting. Was there any sort of news in the past 24 hours? Let's see. Was there any fundamental news in the past 24 hours? All right, so Australian monetary policy is finally out. Interesting. 4 hours ago. So that was around the same time when GJ dropped. Was that a shock effect? Was that a shock effect? So did UK's Australian bond yields investment went down or something? Not sure. I have to look at it. In a second. Ooh, pound yen moving down nice and slow here. To be honest, really moving nice and slow. And GBPUSD obviously hanging around there. Pound USD seems bullish in terms of 4-hour structure. Let's look at 2-hour and see what's happening. On a 2-hour, okay, previous 2-hour close bearish, and the current 2-hour candle breaking the previous 2-hour candle's low at this point in time. So, yeah, pound market pretty bearish. To be honest, pretty bearish here. Pretty bearish. Interesting. Let's look at pound AUD at the same time. I obviously look into few of the pound instruments. I look into pound JPY, pound USD, and pound AUD. So it's kind of interesting. Wow, pound AUD attacked the whole target on the left hand side. Look at the way how the pound AUD moved. It attacked all of these targets, all of these targets, all of these targets. So it has achieved that clearly. It's actually interesting. Pound AUD and pound JPY is pushing down pretty heavy too. Pretty heavy, to be honest. Wow. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Yep. So for now, we're just waiting. I hope my mic is fine on the Zoom because I can't really connect my mic from the streaming mic into the Zoom. It doesn't allow me. It just wants to use a separate mic, and I don't know how the mic is sounding. So for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play some music, and we're gonna chill at the side with the music. Obviously, pound yen is pushing down really nice at this point of time. Really nice. Tariq says it sounds good, so that's good. That's good. And look at the way how the prices in pound yen approaching at this point of time. 4 hour, so the current 4 hour candle is below 153.310, and looks like it could actually push down. If there is enough volume, we may push down. That could be the case. And the previous 2 hour candle in pound yen closed bearish below that 153 sort of a level. So that's a good sign. That is, in fact, a good sign. In fact, a good sign. And from the current price, from the current 2 hour price, the range on the downside is in about 17 pips of range. I'm looking at 2 hour just so that I can see a consistent move or consistent direction, right? So there's no special magic behind 2 hour. Some of the people may think it in the other way. There's no difference in between hourly, 2 hourly. It's just going to help me see a overall image. So that's all. And for now, the hourly candle, it seems as if it closed somewhere around this hourly support. I'm anticipating the prices in pound yen to push down with volume and achieve this clear range on the downside. Now, ideally, what I want to see is if price does something like this. In pound yen, if you could actually push down, if you could do something like this, that'd be lovely. If there could be another lower high, that would be amazing. So I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to wait for that because we are only in first few minutes of this hourly candle. So waiting is the key. Definitely waiting is the key. And the bias is sell for now. The bias hasn't changed yet. So I'm going to fetch myself some water until then. Take it easy and we'll see what's going to happen. And we are just waiting. Alrighty. Alright, so we have hit that recent 435 subscribers on YouTube. That's pretty cool. So we were in about 430 subscribers yesterday, and we are 5 subscribers up. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool, to be honest. Let's look at gold at the same time. Ooh. Gold looks like it's breaking that channel. So are we actually going to push down? I mean, the current 15-minute candle is kind of rejecting the top. If I have to bring in the naked chart, look at the current 15-minute candle. It's breaking the previous 15-minute candle's low and kind of rejecting the top range. So if you look at this, if this is the top of the range, this is the first 15-minute candle that's actually rejecting that range and trying to head down, and it could actually push down. It could actually push down. So let's see what's happening around here. Is the New York market trying to grab its liquidity, its premium price before it could move in a consistent direction, or it's actually pushing down? Interesting. And it's interesting how the previous 1 hour candle closed with a small dodgy body. So in relation to volume, the previous 1 hour candle's body is pretty small. So does that tell us the volume on the upside is dying? Oh, potentially could be the case. And the wick on the top also tells us that, you know what, price is rejecting that level. So let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm a simple man. Ooh. And this was the first 5-minute candle in the most recent price action to close outside the channel. And this was the second 5-minute candle that sort of did a retest around the channel and rejected the channel to push down. And the current 5-minute candle is also bearish. The 5-minute candles traffic on the left hand side doesn't seem pretty clear, but maybe it can push down. Oh man, I will tell you this, guys. In my street, there are a couple of hooners. They're just hooning the cars. Funny people. My neighborhood is turning out to be a little shady here. I gotta move out. I think I'm gonna move out in the next next month or something. My neighborhood is turning out to be criminal. Criminal. Kind of criminal. Yeah, but the 2-hour candles are still bullish. You know, it's kind of interesting. The way gold is portraying itself, it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Taran Singh says low. That is right, mister. Gotta change my neighborhood now. I'm not even kidding, man. I was streaming and everything is closed. My balcony doors are closed. Everything is closed. You know, I'm trying to make it as quiet as I can. And those hooners just racing on my street. Racing on our street. All right, man. I have to see for any potential sells. I have to see this current hour candle flipping bearish, so that way my bias can play out. Let's see what's gonna happen. Is any sort of sell coming in pound yen, or what's happening? Let's see. Let's see in the next few minutes. Are we gonna get sells, or is the market trying to push up after the engagement with 153.310 sort of a level? Man, oh man, I shouldn't have had that 2 plates of noodle. My stomach is super full, and you know when that you know that feeling when your stomach is super full and you're like, oh man, come on, my body cannot function now. All of the blood's being flown to my stomach to kind of process that food at this point in time and move that food around from intestine to intestine. So my brain is kind of out of blood right now. I think my whole system is pushing the blood on my stomach right now. I shouldn't have had that heavy meal. I had this heavy super heavy meal. Man, I don't like full stomach at this point in time. All right, so the current 15-minute candle kind of rejecting the top in gold, and seems like it can actually push down here. Let's see what's going to happen. As long as you love me. So we are in the pre-New York time. We are in about 15 minutes of 49 minutes away from the market open. So let's see what's going to happen in the next 49 minutes. Let's see. As long as you love me. As long as you love me. Alright, so on YouTube, Taran Singh says, I just entered in gold sales as it rejected the top many times, getting in with a small lot as it seems against the trade. I mean, I don't know, man. I hope your trade works out. I mean, it's too early for me to call out sells. It's kind of too early, but it kind of does make sense too. But if the sales are coming in, why do I have to rush in the first wave, right? That's the thing about my idea. So I hope your trade works out. Obviously, gold moves with such a volatility. Sometimes it gives you 10 to 12 pips in any other direction. So you got to be quick on securing. That's all. I think that's all. But I'm not in any sort of position right now. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a little bit more because I know if gold has to move down, there are a lot of chances where I can grab it. It's way too early for me. It's actually way too early. So if it's going to move down, I mean, it's going to work. If it's going to move down, but I have to wait. The thing with me is I have to see a clear structure and it kind of have to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, the structure doesn't make sense, I'm not going to take a trade. That's all, you know? So for me, I have to wait until I see something I've seen in the past and something I can capitalize off of with proper consent. So let's see. I am still waiting. I mean, Taran Singh, if you send me a chart where you took the trade, I mean, I can have a look at it. But I can tell you this, I'm not in any sort of position right now. I'm still waiting. Just trying to fix my terminal first thing here. my gold chart sends me all the way down here to 1600s. I don't know why. I don't know why. Come on, dude. Come on, Mr. Gold. Don't break my heart, Mr. Gold. All right, so the 15-minute candle. So the current 15-minute candle in pound yen is closing in the next 40 seconds. It's actually closing above 153.310. So let's see what's gonna happen. I wanted to see a proper resistance. So if the price is gonna make a proper resistance before it's gonna move down, it's kind of lovely. It's kind of good. So let's see. Man, my stomach is bad now. Oh my god. I shouldn't have had that. Funny, 2 plates. This is the aftermath. This is the aftermath of of compounding your account sometimes. I mean, no, you would always want to compound your account, obviously. You would want that extra pips, but sometimes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh. Ooey, ooey. All right, so the current 2-hour candle is quite retracing. So it's kind of nice for this 2-hour candle to retrace. For example, look at this. Look at the way this candle is retracing, right? This is the 2-hour candle. And in its first few minutes, it's kind of retracing up before moving down. So it kind of makes sense for the price to move down. If it's actually going to grab liquidity on the upside before moving down, it kind of makes sense. So let's see what's going to happen. Is pound yen going to... is pound yen sort of an instrument going to have some volume around this time? Let's see what's going to happen. If there is volume, there is a trade. Simple as that. But if there's no volume, I mean, there's no trade. So just got to wait a little bit more. Just got to wait a little bit more, and we'll take a quality setup. So let's see. For now, the current 30-minute candle quite respecting the previous 30-minute candle's high. So if the prices have to move down, it kind of have to make a resistance around this level, break the lows, and on the break of the low, it kind of looks good. It kind of looks good. The range is a little bit tight, but it kind of makes sense for the price to push down if it's pushing down. So let's see. All right, so right now, 30-minute candle, current 30-minute candle, retracing up at this point in time. So let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to break this 153.310 level one more time to push down, or is it just going to hang around this level? Let's see in the next 11 minutes, and we'll see what's going to happen. And we are still waiting. And the 15-minute candle, previous 15-minute candle closed bullish with a rejection from the bottom. It's kind of rangy at this point in time. Looks like there isn't enough volume in gold right now. Man, lately the volume, so this is the first week of the July, right? And what I've noticed is the London session has been induced with a lot of volume now. Maybe the cycle of volume is shifting to London session. That could be the case. I've seen this happen over time, that once, for example, one time, the London session is going to perform really well in terms of volume shown, in terms of consistent move, and once, so the cycle is going to change, and all of a sudden, New York sessions are going to, so all of a sudden, the other session moves consistent and stuff. So that happens. That happens a lot of time. So lately the volume is seen a lot in the London session. The guys in the London session are grabbing a lot of moves here, a lot of consistent move, to be honest. Yeah. We are 40 minutes away from the market open. And pound USD heading back to the channel for the price to push down in pound USD. It had to reject the channel and try and push down. It's quite simple to say that, right? In relation to the channel, price had to break down and kind of reject the channel to push down, but it's kind of moving in the channel at this point in time. So it's kind of interesting how prices of pound instruments are moving. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. Unless say a 15-minute or a 30-minute candle starts closing above this resistance, there are chances that, you know what, pound USD could actually push up. I see possible chances for a push up too in pound USD. So let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to push down in the pound instrument or push up? Ooh, gold is pushing down at this point of time, moving down nice and slow. I haven't taken any entries yet. It doesn't make sense yet, so I am still waiting for the volume to play the part. Oh man, my stomach is bad now. It's bad. It's kind of bad. That's good. Gotta drink some water. Gotta normalize the pain. Gotta normalize the pain in the stomach. Man, oh man. All right, now if you look into the 2-hour candles one more time, so this is quite interesting, right? The way gold has been moving up, it's quite interesting. The way it's been moving up on a 2-hour certificate time frame, which is a consistent time frame, by the way. Prices has been moving up, making these steps, making these supports, right? So making support, making support, making support. So for the price to push up even higher, it has to kind of make that another higher low or another support. So maybe that's the case right now. Maybe that's why the price is retracing down a little bit. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Dun, 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 dun. Taran Singh says he's trying to figure out how to send a chart in the YouTube. So on the YouTube, man, if you send me any sort of link, the YouTube's just gonna block it. So you gotta send me the extension of the chart. So for example, if you take a screenshot of your chart from the Tradingview, if you take a snapshot from here, take a snapshot, you gotta send me the extension of this link, this last extension from the X. If you send me everything from the X, then I can see it in the YouTube chat and I can apply it to the chart and we can see it. Otherwise, I don't know if you can send me any links. I can share my screenshot from the terminal. I don't know, man, because as much as I remember, YouTube doesn't allow any sort of other links. They don't want their audience to be what was the exact word? So they don't want their audience to be channeled into another website. So you kind of have to send me the extension of this snapshot. You don't need to send me your exact entry. You can send us your in about analysis, in about entry. It works. It sometimes works. For the critique, it kind of works. All right, so keeping my eye open for pound yen and pound USD at this point in time. Pound USD moving up pretty aggressively. Above this channel. If any of the price starts closing above this gray area, I mean, the chances for sales are getting lower and lower at that point in time. So let's see what's happening. Is the market trying to grab its premium price before moving down, or it's actually already grabbed its premium from the bottom and is rejecting the bottom at this point in time to move up? Let's see what's happening. We'll see in the next few minutes. Oh man, never ever have 2 plates of noodles. Never ever have 2 plates of noodles. No matter how tasty it is. That's advice from me. Man, my stomach hurts. All right, now look at this. Look at the way the candles are retracing up pretty hard in pound USD here. It's quite interesting, to be honest. Quite interesting the way it's retracing. It's retracing up pretty hard. It's retracing up pretty hard. And it's very close to this previously formed 15-minute kind of resistance. It's kind of pushing hard at this point in time. Are we going to correct this London move in pound USD? I'm keeping my eyes open in pound USD. Pound AUD, not that clear. Pound AUD still looks like it can push down than anything else. It has just tapped that recent rejection level, recent demand sort of a level. So let's see what's happening here. Pound AUD, pound USD retracing pretty aggressively. Gold is ranging side by side. Rangy side by side. Pound JPY is still hanging around there. So have to wait. So all of these moves happened in the London session, man. Whoever was trading London today, they got paid. They definitely got paid. London session was really rewarding. All right, now so the current 15-minute candle kind of rejecting that level. So the current 15-minute candle closing in the next 1 minute. Oh, it's actually retracing. Pound USD. Oh man, I want to throw up now. God damn. 2 plates of noodles. People must be wondering in the YouTube, they must be like, oh man, this guy's complaining about the noodles. Is he trying to stream about the FX, or is he trying to stream about his gastrointestine situation? Man, oh man. Alrighty. Still waiting. Alright, so the current 15-minute candle in pound yen closing in the next 10 seconds. It's interesting the way it's going to close. Is it going to close bearish, or is it going to show some sort of bullish posture? Let's see. And dun dun dun. Our previous 15-minute candle closed with a rejection from the top. At this point in time, so the current 15-minute candle retracing down, and looks like the previous 30-minute candle kind of respected the previous 30-minute candle's high. Kind of respected that. So there is still chances for sell here. For the candles to flip, for the candles to move down, it kind of have to respect the previous hourly candle's high and potentially move down, breaking lows. On the break of the low, that could be a nice situation right there. So keeping my eyes open. So let's see what's going to happen. Ooh, and the 30-minute candles actually falling down nice and slow. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Oop. And it's pushing down nice and slow. Let's see. I am not in a position yet, so I'm going to wait a little bit more. Because in the next 29 minutes, we are going to experience the market open. So maybe that's going to cause the market to move somewhere. But looks like prices in pound yen are more likely to push down than anything else at this point in time. So I wanted to see if price could make another lower high, and this is a potential lower high right here. And the current 15-minute candle breaking the lows. It's a good sign. It's a good sign for the price to continue down. So let's see what's going to happen. Is the price going to respect the previous 15-minute candle's high? Is going to break 153.310 one more time to push down, or what's happening? Let's see. But this is an exciting situation here. It's actually quite interesting. Quite interesting. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's see. Gotta wait for the candles to close. Yeah, but man, on the break of this 15-minute candle's low, it's kind of looking good. My eyes are open, so let's see. Let's see. So the current 15-minute candle is still bearish. Looks like we are going to push down here with volume. Let's see. Pre-New York volume. Is it going to push the prices down, or what's happening? Let's see. Ooh, and we are pushing down nice and slow. Let's see, let's see, let's see. On the break of this candle's low, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So let's see what's gonna happen. And the hourly candle could flip bearish at that point in time. Still waiting. Oh, Mr. Kevin's in the house. Mr. Kevin's in the house in YouTube. Mr. Kevin is in the house. All right, so the current 15-minute candle is still bearish, still hanging around that 153.310 sort of a level. Hasn't broken the hasn't broken this 15-minute candle's low. I mean, on the break of this 15-minute candle's low, it's very apparent. It's very obvious for the price to push down than anything else. But let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. It's quite a bit interesting. Ooh, baby. And looks like pound USD 15-minute candle actually closed above that gray area. It actually did close above that gray area. It's kind of funny how pound USD is also showing some kind of bullish posture here. So it's kind of funny. Yeah. All right, Mr. Kevin is sending a chart. Obviously, he's the moderator in the YouTube, so he can send charts with the full link. But I don't think the other guys can. Other guys can send in links. But look at this. Look at Pound USD. He took a buy around here, so he's still looking for a bullish momentum in Pound USD. So with channel sort of analogy and also Fibonacci is here. Okay, interesting. He took a buy from 1385.00. Let's see. 1385 from 1385.00. Nice. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean the prices are moving up. As long as price stays above this gray area, I think there's a higher chance for the price to push up. So let's see what's going to happen. And it's in that channel too. Pound USD is in that channel. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm actually keeping my eyes open. If this 30-minute candle could flip bullish, if this 30-minute candle flips bullish, I might even look for my chances of buys. So I'll see. I will see. And pound yen is pushing down nice and slow at this point of time. Ooh, and it's very close to the low at this point of time. Let's see. I got my sell stop around the break of the low. So let's see what's going to happen. Is my sell stop going to be activated? I got my sell stop below the lows. So let's see. Let's see if the market is actually going to move in my direction. For now, the hourly candle is actually moving consistent pretty good. And my pending is almost activated. Let's see. Let's see if there's enough volume in the market to push the price down. Seems like it. And let's see. So if my pending gets activated, my stop loss is in about here. So on the top of the previous 15-minute candle's high. So it's in about 10 pips stop loss. So let's see. It hasn't activated yet. So I'm expecting the price to push down with volume and break lows and give me about 10-12 pips. So let's see what's going to happen. If it's actually going to give me 10-12 pips, that will be nice. Let's see. My pending hasn't activated yet. I need volume on my side. So here's the thing, right? So the current 15-minute candle is bearish, and I'm anticipating the volume to push the price down. So what if the price actually activates my pending and actually retraces up? So if the candle activates my pending and starts retracing up, I may even close 50% once this candle breaks its own high. It hasn't activated yet, but I'm trying to build my risk management plans now as the trade is progressing. So let's see. Bum bum, brabum, 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 brabum. And my pending is on. Oh, let's see. So my pending is activated. So on the break of the low, that was the trade right there. Let's see. So my stop loss is in about 10 pips, anticipating 10 pips out of the market. So if it gives me 10 pips, that'll be lovely. Let's see what's going to happen. So if it's going to push down with volume, this is the trade we've been waiting for. For now, the trade is running pretty good. It looks pretty good. If there's enough volume in the market, there's no business for this candle to push up. So let's see what's going to happen. So for now, the trade is on. Let's see what's going to happen, how this 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 3 minutes. If this 15-minute candle could eventually close bearish below this support, that's a pretty nice sign for the candles to push down. But if this candle retraces and closes above this 15-minute support, that is not a good sign. So let's see. For now, in about 1 pip in profit. Let's see. And the trade is looking pretty good. So here's the thing about the risk management or trade management. For example, if the current 15-minute candle starts breaking its own high, that's the position where I'm going to close at least 50%. That is the position where I'm going to close at least 50%. So I am anticipating the volume to push the price down. So there is no business in the price to actually follow up again or retrace. I can actually show you guys my position. Let's see. So the Zoom guys cannot really see it, but the YouTube guys can see it. So look at this. There you go. That's my position right there. That is my position right there. So the YouTube guys can see it. And it's running. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. And the position is still running. Let's see. So I'm keeping my ideas for risk management pretty alive here. So if something starts going wrong, so we will see. We will see. If something starts going wrong, for example, if this 15-minute candle, so the 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 1 minute. So if it's actually going to close below this support, that's a really good sign. That is actually a good sign. So I don't want this 15-minute candle to retrace, right? So for now, it's moving nice and slow. Have to see candles closing bearish with bearish posture. That's what I need to see. In the next 17 minutes, it's the New York market open and the hourly candle has finally come alive. Hourly candle has a decent high wick and there's a higher chance for the candles to push down than anything else at this point in time. Pushing down really nice. Hourly candle looking fantastic at this point in time, and looks like the trade is running. So the idea behind the trade was given live right from the beginning. I mean, so I know some of the guys who anticipated the trade, anticipated the structure, everything, the idea, they obviously took it because it made sense. And it's still running, so it's actually running. Ooh, in about 3 pips in profit. Let's see what's going to happen. So I'm anticipating the volume to push the price down. If the candles retraces even higher, I mean, I'm only going to close my position at this point in time. 4 pips in profit. Let's see what's going to happen. So the 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 20 seconds. I need to see a wick on the downside. If the candle is going to pose some sort of wick on the downside, that'll be lovely. And it's pushing down in about 5 pips in profit. In about 5 pips in profit at this point in time. In about 5 pips in profit. Let's see what's going to happen. I am not going to allow the trade to go fully against me, right? So at this point in time, there is no business for the candles to retrace higher, or there's no business for the candles to push and go against my position. So if the candles are going to go against me, I will definitely close half of my position. Until then, it's actually looking nice. Hourly candle looks nice. As long as this hourly candle stays bearish, there is a higher chance for the candles to actually push down even further. So let's see what's going to happen. That's just my anticipation at this point in time. 30-minute also showing some bearish posture. Current 15-minute candle retracing. As long as this 15-minute candle respects the previous 15-minute candle's high, I am all good. But if this 15-minute candle starts breaking this, I'm going to get out of the position at least 50%. So until then, I am waiting. I am waiting and waiting. And it's still looking good. The trade is still looking good. Alrighty. And pushing down nice and slow. Hourly candle looks so good, man. Actually looks so good. Actually looks good. So eventually, if we can actually break this support, hourly support, the recent hourly support, we may even push even lower. That could be the case too. Let's see. Let's see. So the first target is going to be here. So this is the first target for my position. This is the first target right here. Dun, dun, dun. That is the first target. So in about 16 pips from my position, in about 16 pips from my position. So let's see if I can get that 15 to 16 pips, or if the market is actually going to push against me. What's happening? Let's see. Z Anonymous is saying, please talk about gold, man. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about gold right now because I'm in a pound yen trade, so I have to focus on my trade. But if you send me a chart, I can look at the chart, right? So that's the case. And the hourly candle is coming to a close in the next 12 minutes. So here's another thing I've seen over time, right? So I've seen, for example, around the close of the higher time frame candles, for example, an hourly candle, either the candles actually retraces pretty heavy, or it actually pushes pretty strong in its original direction, right? So if the candles are going to retrace, I am okay about it. I'm actually okay about it because the candle retracing is only going to be a healthy sign for the next candle to actually push through it, right? If that is the case. But if the candles are going to retrace pretty abnormally, I'm going to close that position at that point in time. And if the candle pushes in my direction, I mean, that's pretty good. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. Let's see. Previous 15-minute candle close below the recent 15-minute support. Is there going to be a potential retest before the price could push down? Let's see. This could be a risk management day. That's something I'm keeping alive, or that's something I'm constantly thinking about in the back of the head. This could be a risk management day. Let's see. All right, so for now the price is retracing pretty hard, and the 30-minute is also rejecting pretty hard. So for the candles to push down, there was no business. There is no business in candles flipping bullish from around this point. If the candles are going to actually retrace even higher above the previous 15-minute candles high, I may even close the whole position because I don't feel comfortable at that point of time. I don't feel comfortable. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close the position around 6 pips of loss, and I'm okay about it. I'm not going to let the half of the position run because it doesn't make sense at that point in time. So if I can take a position, I actually should be able to cut down my position with a minor loss or even a risk management sort of a tactic. So I will see what's going to happen. Whether I'm going to close my position in half or whether I'm going to close the whole position, because I am on the go for risk management. There is nothing else beside risk management in my head. For now, the trade is still breathing. I'm allowing the trade to breathe. As long as this price rejects 153.310, I am good to go on the downside. But if the candles starts closing above 153.310, now that is the first sign for me to start closing some of my positions. So let's see. In the next 8 minutes, is the candle going to push down, or is it actually going to go against me? If it's going to go against me, I have my risk management on the plan. Let's see. And still waiting. 7 more minutes. And that's going to be the open of the market. New York market. Let's see if there's going to be some volume in New York market. Is the New York market going to induce some sort of volume in pound instruments? Let's see what's going to happen. It will be interesting. Hourly candle still maintaining that bearish posture. So it looks like there is still room for bearish sort of a movement here. Just have to wait for another 7 more minutes to see if hourly candle is respecting this previously formed hourly support on the left hand side, or it's actually going to push even lower. So let's see what's the case. What is the case here? Mr. Pound, sorry, not Pound AUD, Pound JPY. My tongue, and I don't know, my tongue slips sometimes. Slippery tongue. A boneless tongue is slippery. That's what it is. Six more minutes left for the 30-minute and also 15-minute candle to close. Let's see. Let's see what is the case here. At this point in time, 15-minute candle retracing aggressively, is still hanging around that 153, 310 sort of a level. I mean, I don't like the way it's moving. It kind of has to reject and move down. So let's see. Let's see. 5 more minutes left. Let's see. Hourly candle still there. Let's see.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
Yep, Jackie M says GJ is just making another lower high. That could be the case. So I'm just letting the trade breathe at this point in time. It kind of makes sense for the price to push down, but I have to see. In the next few minutes and see what's happening. Again, at the same time, the channel is not a financial advisory channel, so make sure before you put your money in any sort of instrument, you take advice from a professional financial advisor, and you know what you're doing. Make sure you do your own bit of research. This channel is only about educational purposes and critiques and feedbacks. All right, so that is the case here. So for now, the position is still running. My position is running. I've shown you guys my position already too. So if it's going to push down, that'd be lovely. 10 to 12 pips and I will be gone out of the market. Let's see. Current 30-minute candle still looking good. Has 2 more minutes left for its close. Let's see. Yep, we are pushing nice and slow. Let's see if this hourly candle maintains a bearish sort of a posture or what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. For now, the trade is still running. Bum, 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 bum. Boom. Alrighty. And this is the New York market open right now. In the next 20 seconds, New York market open. So let's see. Interesting. If this 15-minute candle breaks the previous 15-minute candle's high, that's the position where I'm going to close at least 50% of my position. For now is running. It's still breathing. And that was the close of the hourly candle too. Previous hourly candle closed bullish around that hourly support. I mean, still anticipating the price to push down, but the previous hourly candle closing bullish is only a sign for me to manage my risk. So let's see what's going to happen. On a 30-minute time frame, it still makes sense. 30-minute structure still makes sense to push down. But if this current 30-minute candle breaks the previous 30-minute candle's high, I'm going to get out of the position. Until then, let's see. Still reacting with that level. This key level. 153.310 is serving as a key level here. Let's see. Let's see. Have to see volume in the market. Is there enough volume in the market? Or is the price just ranging? Oh, previous 5-minute candle actually closed bullish with all this rejection. Man, I don't like the 5-minute view. To be honest, I don't like the 5-minute view. It's kind of not nice. It's kind of not nice. Let's see. Let's see if there's enough volume in the market. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I don't like the way it's moving. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Have to see candles pushing down. Yep, looks like the volume in pound yen is really less. Haven't seen any significant amount of volume here. Haven't seen that New York sort of a volume. It's kind of being funny at this point in time. Really funny, to be honest. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Is this going to be a risk management day? I think so. I kind of feel like it's going to be a risk management day here. Yep, 5-minute candles are rejecting the bottom price, moving up nice and slow. So it's only an early sign. I think it's only an early sign for me to close the positions here. I'm kind of on my trigger and my hands are on my button here, on my terminal. So let's see. On the break of this high, certainly I'm going to close my position because I'm actually okay with a small amount of a loss, right? So if the position is running, if my bias was correct, and if this was a regular setup, I would take in the market, and someday it doesn't work, I mean, I have to kind of accept it. I cannot let the trade hit my full stop loss. That's just the way how I trade, right? So let's see what's going to happen. For now, the 30-minute candles are looking nice. It's kind of looking nice. If this current 30-minute candle breaks its own high, that's going to be the first sign for me to close at least 50%. If this current 30-minute candle is actually going to break its own high, that's going to be the first sign of closing 50%. Because I'm okay with a small loss. It's at the end of the day, the bigger picture, it's only going to pay me off. So it's okay. I'm okay. Let's see. Let's see. And the position is still there, hanging around there. 2-hour candles still bearish. If I have to look at the candles from a 2-hour point of view, I mean, it's still pretty clear. To be honest, it's still pretty clear. So let's see. Now, the risk management only comes from the smaller time frame sort of a view. So let's see. Done. Oh, let's see. My hands are on the button for closing at least 50%. So let's see. Still hanging around that 153.310 sort of a level. We are 6 minutes in the market, and the market hasn't shown any volume yet. And looks like this is going to be a risk management day today. All right, so this is the point where I'm going to close down at least 50% right here. So closing 50% right here. No doubt. Closing 50% right here. That's it. Trade management. So sometimes you got to accept the fact that not all of the trades are going to be a profitable trade. Sometimes it's just about risk management. Sometimes it's just about how you manage that full stop loss to be minimized to something less, or you try and intend to lose less in the market. That is called capital preservation right there. So my half of the position is still running, because I obviously close half early, quite early, to be honest, quite early, in about 4.5. So 4.5 pip of loss, and the rest of the position is still running. So let's see what's going to happen. My half of the position is still running, just looking at the 30-minute sort of a structure. If the candles respect the 30-minute high, I mean, still my trade is looking good. So let's see. My idea could be right, but I may be stopped out by the market. So I'm still hanging around there. This is what happens. Sometimes when I close my 50%, that's when the market moves. That's when the market moves. I close my 50%, and that's when the market moves, man. Come on, man. Come on, market. Are you guys listening? Are you guys listening to my trade or something? Funny. All right, so 50% of my position is still running. Let's see. Let's see. But definitely there is less volume in pound yen. I can tell you that. Definitely less volume in pound yen. Let's look at gold at the same time and see what's happening in gold. Gold. Oh, okay. Gold is kind of funny. Interesting. Interesting and interesting. Alrighty, so my pound yen trade is still hanging around there. Still hanging around there. So what I might do is I might even close my position if the candle starts breaking its own high at this point in time. If the 15-minute candle breaks its own high, because I was anticipating volume at the time of my entry, and if I don't see volume, if my pair is not performing the best way possible, I mean, there's no duty. There's no. What was the exact word, man? What was the exact word? There's no compulsion. There's no courtesy of mine to be fulfilled. I can get out of the market anytime. So if this current 15-minute candle breaks its own high, I'm going to close another 50%, the whole position right there. And I'll be happy to get out of the market and come back to the market once it's performing well or once it's moving consistent. Because I don't want to lose all of my risk appetite in the same day. I would rather take a quality trade some other time, maybe around NYSE or maybe even the next day. So I'm okay about it. And the price is still hanging around that 153.310 level. 30-minute looks good to push down. So the current hourly candle still hanging around there. Okay. Looks like this is going to be a risk management day today. This is going to be a risk management day. A hardcore, tough call risk management day. My idea could be correct, but at the same time, as much as I love my trades, I shouldn't hesitate on cutting down my losses. So let's see what's going to happen. Alrighty. And the position is still there. 15-minute candle has 1 more minute left for its close. If this 15-minute candle finally closes bearish, that could be a good sign for the candles to push down. So let's see. 30-minute candle still has that mojo. has that mojo to move down. I mean, my position is still there. I'm thinking about adding up my position. Let's see what's going to happen. If the candles are going to push down, I may even add my previous half. 30-minute looks good. I have to wait for this 15-minute candle to close, and I'm going to decide if I can actually bring back my half. So let's see. In the next 1 minute. Ooh, and it's pushing down. Let's see, pound yen, Mr. Pound Yen. Ooh, we are pushing down. Let's see. Another potential risk management day. 30-minute candle still looking good. Still looking good. All right, previous 15-minute candle closed bearish. Let's see. Let's see if the volume is there. $30-minute candle bearish, hanging around that level. For the prices to push down, need the candles to break its own low. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, man, looks like the current hourly candle is also flipping bullish at this point in time. So, looks like the hourly candle is actually trying to make a decent lower high for the price to continue down. Because on the hourly candle, again, there is a potential that the price can actually push up for now and only push down at the time of volume, which could be another volume time, could be NYSE. And this could only be an early trade. So this could be an early trade, to be honest. The trade I took, I mean, it kind of made sense, but it hasn't moved anywhere here. If it had to move down, it had to move down. It hasn't moved anywhere. So still not looking promising. I don't know. I don't know. So if I don't like the trade, I might even close the whole position at this point of time. Yep, if this 15-minute candle breaks the previous 15-minute candle's high, I'm gonna close the whole position right there, and I might take a trade around NYSE if the structures look nice. But until then, I'm kind of doubtful about this now. Kind of doubtful. Let's see. All right. So the current 15-minute candle has actually broken the previous 15-minute candle's high. So this is the time where I'm going to close the whole position right here. I don't like it. To be honest, I don't like it. So I'm out of the position right here. My idea may be correct, but as much as I love my trades, I shouldn't hesitate on cutting down losses. So this is the end of the trade right here. Bang, bang, bang. And close. Oh, yep. So look at this. And it's going against me too. So I'm out of the trade. So the total loss was 5 pips. 5 pips in GJ with the full volume. So GJ, dun dun dun, trade 1 minus 5 pips. GBPJPY minus 5 pips. Ooh, look at the way it's moving, man. Look at this. That's why you got to cut down your position short early, right? Look at this. Look at the way it's moving. It's moving. Oh my God. Look at this. So, New York, pre-New York. Oh no, New York. I'll say New York open. New York open. Trade management day. Ooh, look at this, man. Look at the way gold is moving. Oh my God. Not gold, sorry, pound yen. Look at the way pound yen is moving. You don't want to be part of that, right? So that's why you got to define your early cutting down losses sort of idea, risk management sort of idea. So whatever I did, it actually only helped me and secured me from heavy drawdown. Look at this. Oh my God. Everything made sense to push down, but see how I actually noted things that were going against me. If I had hold that trade, imagine somebody was in a similar position with no stop loss. Man, you would be screwed by the market, right? So this is something you will learn over time, you know. And again, smaller losses are only part of a bigger profit. Smaller losses are only a part of a bigger picture where your profits are bigger and your profits are huge than your losses. So manage to cut down your position. You know, that's all I can say. So for now, it's running against the trend from the London market, and if any of the candles start closing above this gray area, we may even push up. But now at this point in time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the candles to give me some proper structure. And if it's actually pushing down, I might wait for NYSE. So waiting is the key. Waiting is the key. That was good, man. That was good. That was a good decision I took. In about 5 pips a drawdown compared to this huge move up. I mean, it's pretty good. To be honest, pretty good. Pretty good. At this point in time, hourly candle is in between 153.310 and in between 153.425 in this bit of range. So if the candles could make eventually a resistance around this level, prices could push down. It could actually push down. But until then, I'm going to wait. Until then, I am going to wait. Ooh, look at the way the 4-hour candle is rejecting that 4-hour support. Interesting. Wow. Look at the way it's, ooh, it's moving up, man. It's actually moving up. Wow. Interesting. It's quite interesting. Wow. So the volume came on the upside. The volume is totally moving against the London market's trend here. So is this a possible fake out here? Is this a possible fake out? So if this 2-hour candle finally engulfs the previous 2-hour candle and manages to close above 153,565, I'm going to start building my bias for buys at that point of time. But for now, we are 25 minutes in the market, so I have to see in the next hour what's going to happen. Because in the next hour we have NYSE, and that is going to be interesting. NYSE is going to be interesting. Interesting. Interesting and interesting. Wow, pound USD. Look at pound USD. It's pushing up so nice. Pound USD is pushing up so nice. Has engaged with the channel several times. Engaged with the channel. Finally started closing in. Retested 2 times before moving up, and pound USD just pushed up. Wow. Yeah, Kevin's trade did work out. This was Kevin's trade from earlier on. He took a position around 1385. 13,800. So GU was the trade. Mr. Kevin took it. So 13,800. So from here, man, he is in 20 pips in profit. Look at that. Good job, Kevin. Good job, man. Good job. So Jackie M with gold, there is only one bias, but the market will play with your emotion. That could be the case. That could be the case. And for now, gold is bullish. Gold is bullishing up, and looks like gold has reacted with that 181040 sort of a level. 181040 sort of a level. Wow. Wow. Gold is ranging. Gold is ranging. Woo. Pound yen pushed up so heavy. Look at this. Look at the way pound yen pushed up, man. That was crazy. A lot of people who took trades around here probably got flushed out by the market. Probably got flushed out by the market here. Wow, look at the way the previous 15-minute candle closed. Previous 15-minute candle actually closed above this gray area. Previously formed a 15-minute resistance. And 30-minute also closed above that area. Ooh, it is pushing up. Looks like pound yen right now, the bias for sales are invalid at this point of time. Looks invalid. Looks invalid. Wow. Pound yen is pushing up. Pound yen is pushing up. Let's see above 153.565 if that could be any good. 153.565. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to keep an alert around 153.565. That way I know what's happening. So keeping my alert. Yeah, but now the prices are bullishing pretty hard. Pretty hard. There's no sign of bearish sort of a sentiment here. Price is just pushing up pretty hard, man. Wow, gold is rallying up now. Look at that, so hard. Previous hourly candle formed its low wick, respected the previous hourly candle. Previous hourly candle's low, respected the support, and is moving up now. So it's pretty nice. Ooh, man, gold is pushing up. Ooh, it's pushing up, man. Gold is pushing up. Is pushing up. Gold is pushing up. I think it's gonna hit this target here. 1815, 50 must be the target right now. Yep. 18, 15, 15 is the target. Let's say, let's see if the market's going to tap that. Let's check. And the current hourly candle is still bullish in pound yen above that gray area. So it's kind of interesting how it just pushed up pretty hard, right? So we are in about 35 minutes in the market, and the 2-hour candles seem to respect the previous 2-hour candles high. So what's happening in pound yen? Is it trying to grab its liquidity before it could move down? I mean, 4-hour candle also seems as if it rejected that support. So the risk management today, risk management applied to the trade was pretty excellent. I would say it was pretty good. For me, that was pretty nice. I mean, I'm happy about the risk management, but again, at the same time, the idea of sell, I mean, the daily candle is still bullish, still bearish. 4-hour candles have still bearish postures. I mean, let's see. Let's see if we can speculate into giving the trade a second chance. So let's see. Gonna wait for another few minutes. And obviously, if the market is rangy, you know, there's no use of me staying around the market till the end. So kind of have to make sense, right? So going to wait for another few more minutes. Ooh, look at this. Gold 18, 15, 15 is going to be tapped here. Gold 18, 15, 15 is going to be tapped. Wow. That is cool. This is pretty cool. 1 minute candles just started bullishing up pretty hard. I think 18, 15, 15 is going to be tapped here, 100%. Ooh. Looks like gold is pushing up here. And after 18, 15, 15, another target on the left-hand side, on the traffic on the left-hand side, is potentially, I would say, could be another ultimate target, could be this right here. So it could be this 1824 sort of level. That could be the case. Man. Wow. Wowie. It's kind of interesting how gold moved all the way up. It's kind of interesting. Didn't focus on gold a lot today. Obviously focused on pound yen. And it resulted in a trade management sort of a day today. But gold was rewarding. Gold moved pretty heavy here. Yeah, I mean, whoever took trades on gold, I mean, you guys must be paid out pretty well. On the break of this high, I mean, it made sense. Price moved almost about 30 pips from the break of the high, so kind of nice. Kind of nice here. Yeah. All right, so clearly pound yen is ranging again. Is breaking a lot of people's heart definitely at this point in time. So I don't know if I want to be part in pound yen. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stay away from pound yen for some time, and going to focus on gold. So let's see how gold is moving, right? So gold is very close to this 18, 15, 15 sort of a target at this point in time. And 15-minute candles, hourly candles retracing. This is the close of the 4-hour candle. So obviously what we've seen in past is 4-hour candles either retraces back in the previous opening price, or kind of pushes pretty hard. So if the prices in gold has to push up higher around this 1821.30 sort of a target, the 4-hour target, I mean, that is pretty cool. So yeah, pretty cool. Price has been moving up, making supports, making everything. Hourly candles did make sense. Obviously, whoever took a trade looking at the hourly support too, looking at the hourly support alone, your trade worked out pretty well. The trade is in deep profit. So make sure you secure something out of the market at least. At least secure something out of the market. If you don't secure, the market's gonna take something out of your bag, man. So make sure you secure. Ooh, look at the way the 30-minute candle is moving right now. 30-minute candle rejecting that gray area with its low wick, and it's trying to move up. I think whatever happened in the London session, I think that's going to be corrected here. So all the push down in pound yen finally is being corrected, or I mean, why is it moving like this, right? So I think the London market could be corrected here. Could be corrected. It's actually interesting concept here, interesting idea. Once candles start breaking above 153.565, I don't think there's anything stopping these candles. So after breaking 153.565, it's a good range on the upside. Cleaner, good range on the upside. Wow. The way it's moving, it's kind of lovely, to be honest. Even if 4-hour candle is still bearish, it's rejecting that 4-hour support pretty hard, and the rejection's pretty higher. So higher rejection, higher, another higher rejection. So if this 4-hour candle turns out to be bullish, wow, that is simply wow. In the next 14 minutes, if this 2-hour candle engulfs the previous 2-hour candle, the signs of buys are coming in. Quite interesting, to be honest. Oh, gold is coming back to the channel. Mr. Gold is coming back to the channel. Sorry about that. Is coming back to the channel. Hourly, ooh, hourly candle retracing so heavy. 13 more minutes left. Yay. Interesting and interesting. So the first week of July, this first week, Monday was obviously no trade day because of the no volume in the pairs, and Tuesday has turned out to be a trade management day. So for me, the rest of the week, I can only take quality trades, no more funny trades. So until then, wow, look at the way the gold is moving. Look at the way it's moving. That's why you got to secure something out of the market. You got to secure at least something, man. Otherwise, the market's going to take away from you. So, oh, gold is pushing down. Oh my God. It is pushing down. Interesting. Wow. Man, everything is moving, but moving in an awkward way. So here's the thing, right? So for me, from a naked chart sort of a point of view, looking at the hourly time frame, look at the way it's kind of retracing right now. Look into the 2-hour time frame, and what I can see is, for example, if this, just give me a second. Dun, 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 dun. All right, look at the way the candles have been printing, right? So if this was a hardcore range that the price actually broke out of, this was the first candle that actually broke out of the range in the most recent price action. And after this candle breaking below that sort of a range, this is the next candle that is actually coming back in the range. If this candle, if this is a potential fake out in pound yen, it kind of makes sense to push up in an overall picture, because look at the trend. Look at the overall trend here. The trend is getting higher and higher. Dun 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 dun. So it's not so clear, but there is a chance prices could push up. So I'm waiting for another 9 minutes, and in the next 9 minutes, maybe I'll get my answer. And if this is a potential fake out, if it's a fake breakout on the bottom, prices can push up, to be honest. So let's see. My second bias in pound yen for now is turning out to be buys. Looking at the 2-hour sort of a structure. So gotta wait for another 9 minutes, and then I can take a trade. So let's see. And gold is just doing its thing. Gold, it's doing its thing, man. Gold is definitely doing its thing. Look at this. Broke the channel, moved up, coming back in the channel, so moved aggressively all the way down. And there's nobody stopping gold. Nobody stopping the gold. Wow. Ooh, it's pushing down. Gold is pushing down. Wow. It's pushing down pretty solid here. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. You see? Ooh. Nice. Interesting. In about 40, hold on, in about 37 minutes away from the NYSE. 37 minutes away from the NYSE. Gold is dropping down. There's nobody stopping gold here. Nobody stopping gold. And I'm trying to see if this wick on the left hand side could be attacked by gold. Is the gold trying to attack this liquidity wick on the downside, or what's going to happen? It's kind of interesting. Ooh. Wow. Gold is so fascinating, right? It moves so fast. It just moves so fast. It's kind of solid. Kind of solid. I think the wick on the left hand side could be targeted here. Ooh. Oop, and it's pushing down. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, and the wick is being attacked. Ooh, man, oh man. And wow, 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 it's pushing down. It's actually pushing down pretty hard. And the wick is being attacked. Wick is being attacked. It's gonna push even lower. Wow. Wow. Ooh, man. Ooh. God damn. It's moving down pretty hard. Ooh. I'll show you guys something. This is a gold trade I took on 1 minute and it's running. So in about 10 pips in profit here. 10 pips, 11 pips in profit. Wow. Oh, it's moving down. Wow. Man. Wow, it's actually moving down. Oh, gold 1 minute trade. Oh. I think the wick is being attacked here. So in about 14 pips in profit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just secure this because this was clearly a scalping opportunity, you know. So taken with experience, kind of interesting here. So this is what I'm going to secure right here. Secure. And I secure and the market is retracing. Interesting. So managed to secure 12 pips out of this gold trade. Obviously, I didn't call it out because was a trade taken with experience. Also, the volume on the gold, man, it just pushed gold down. There was no going up. There was no going up. We are 37 minutes away from the NYSE and the gold's market just started pushing down. So the clear wick on the left hand side was what I was actually trying to see being targeted, and the gold did target that wick. So it didn't achieve the wick fully, but look at the way it moved. It actually attacked that wick, clearly attacked that wick. It's kind of interesting. It broke the channel one more time on the downside. The second 1 minute candle kind of did its retest. Obviously, as I said, gold moves so fast, so fascinating, right? It moves so fast, so fascinating. So it's kind of interesting. I actually showed my position to the YouTube guys. So it's kind of interesting. That's why you're going to secure, man. With gold, it moves so fast. Your ideas can be valid. You just have to secure. Right? If you don't secure, man, it's going to take things away from you. So that was pretty cool. So I took a trade once this resistance was formed. So I was anticipating price to break below this level right here. And after the resistance was formed, this candle after moving below, I was trying to take a trade with an anticipation that, you know what, the wick on the left hand side could be attacked, and it did attack that. It fueled that wick all the way down, not fully, and started retracing. So I secured. Once I secured, it just retraced. Oh, and it's moving down again one more time. Wow. That's why gold is fascinating. It moves so crazy. That was like in about 3 minutes of trade. That was a 3-minute trade in gold. So still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Enjoyed that trade. Nice. Wow. That was an interesting trade, man. Definitely going to put that in my journal. Wow, wow, wow. That was amazing. So my loss from previous trade, my 5 pips loss has been recovered, but this was a too fast trade. To be honest, I took it right here. So a trade was taken right here. Dun dun dun. With stop loss around here, 8 pips. So 8 pips of stop loss in gold is almost about nothing. Anticipated the price to give me 20 pips, but I secured once I was about 14 pips. Secured when the market started retracing on around 12 pips. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. And that's why you got to secure in gold. Look at the way it's moving up, man. So that trade in particular was taken with price's reaction with the channel. This was the first candle that broke outside the channel in a while, and this was the second candle, kind of did its retest, rejected that gray area around the channel too, and after breaking this support, I was trying to see if gold could target the wick on the downside, the clear wick on the downside. And once price started making this resistance, I took a position around here with the 8 pip stop loss and my anticipation was correct. It was an advanced trade, advanced in a way that I'm able to take it right now with a lot of live back testing, a lot of experience involved. 100%. I'm not bragging about it. If I tell you guys such a position, you wouldn't even understand. If you're a beginner trader, you wouldn't understand. So this is something, if you missed out, you gotta back test. You gotta journal and see how you could have taken it. So maybe appending around that level on anticipation of this support with, ooh, gold is gold is moving. But you definitely have to secure, man. I secured my position and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Wow. Look at the volatility. Look at the volume in gold here. Wow, it's just absurd. It's moving down. Wowie, kawaii. And the wick on the left-hand side is being fully attacked at this point of time. The wick has been fully achieved, fully targeted. Beautiful. Wow. Honestly, so that's why gold does pay you 10, 12 pips in any sort of direction. You just have to be able to secure it. Once you secure it, that's your job, right? So I'm still in profits, in about 5 pips in profit in the market, in today's market. So that's nice. That's nice. That is nice. Not the best trade to take, obviously, in gold, but worked out. It worked. So the best thing is to secure, right? So which I did. I secured out of the market. So pretty good. And the market is retracing, hanging around there. In the next 27 minutes, we have the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, open. So maybe something's going to happen around that time. Look at the way the previous 30-minute candle rejected the top. Look at the way it tapped that. It actually moved closer to 1815 target. And after achieving that price, it's just moving down. Maybe it's because of a lot of securing, profit securing and stuff. So the market is heavily retracing at this point of time. Wow. Ooh, it's moving down. Gold is pushing down. Nobody's stopping gold here. Crazy. Crazy deal, man. Bum bum ba bum. Bum ba bum 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 bum. All right, so the previous 2-hour candle closed bullish above the gray area, and pound yen, I don't know, pound yen just Mr. Pound Yen. Mr. Pound Yen. NYSE is opening in the next 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Oh, okay. And it looks like pound yen is pushing down here. Pound yen is pushing down. Wow. Wow. Interesting how that gold trade did work out, man. It's kind of interesting. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Alrighty. Yeah. So the second trade, I didn't call out the second trade. I was just taking it as it was happening. Trade 2, gold, USD, dun dun dun, 12 pips, 12 pips, New York, 30 minutes after the New York Open. So New York, let's say New York Open. 1 minute. So that was 1 minute structure. Based on 1 minute structure. So it's kind of interesting. Oh, and pound yen is pushing down now. Look at that. Look at Mr. Pound Yen. Oh my god, pound yen is pushing down now. So what's happening in pound yen? What is happening in pound yen here? It's moving only now. It's only moving right now at the very end. So maybe that was an early trade in pound yen that I took at the beginning in the pre-New York. Obviously, the trade moved against me, but I think that was an early trade. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba. Wow. I think I'm going to call it a day in the next 8 to 10 minutes here, because I've secured something out of the market, and I don't see the market moving in any sort of consistent direction, to be honest. I don't see market moving in any sort of consistent way. So do I really have to put myself in the misery of overtrading? Maybe no. I'm still in profit. I'm still in 5 to 6 pips in profit. So I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And pound yen pushing down, gold is pushing down. Maybe for the premium grab, maybe that's the case here. So maybe NYSE also wants the piece of the cake, wants the piece of that premium price before it could head to its original direction. So it is not surprising. Not surprising at all. It's interesting how I can actually let's try and see if I can actually modify the channel in a sort of a way that it looks good in a 5-minute sort of a picture. Let's see. The magical channel in gold. Interesting. Ooh. Gold is pushing down. Man, oh man. It's really interesting. Ooh. Wow. Gold is just pushing down. In about 15 minutes away from the NYSE open. 15 minutes away. Oh. All right, so this is the point where I'm going to call it a day, guys. Make sure you don't overtrade, don't over risk, and have a good day. Thank you for coming and showing the love and support. Thank you very much. Obviously, the market is not moving consistent. That's why I'm calling it a day here. And again, at the same time, I took the second trade in gold, which actually helped me a lot. The trade was based on 1 minute. So if you missed the trade, I didn't call it out. Obviously, I didn't call that trade out. But if you missed the trade, go back into the stream and you can actually see what I did. Why did I take it? My anticipation was there, right? So until then, have a good day and take it easy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.